Okay, shit, what day is it? I don't even know. Maybe February 20th. And I woke up this morning, and while I'm waiting, was playing, because I played my list all night to sleep to, and as soon as it finished playing, the internet stopped. It just went out. And it's out. It's out throughout the whole house, and it has stayed out. Playing with the hair. It has stayed out. And so it's Sunday, and so I've decided to check out that church, and I'm just, I'm fighting panic, which panic is stupid, but I have to deal with it. I have to work through it rather than just disrespecting my feelings about it. What I choose to believe is happening is that, yeah, I'm being, tested, attacked, whatever. But what I have to remember is that they can't deprive me of me. They can deprive you guys of me. And you don't have me. When I'm not on Twitter, you don't have me. You have God. You have Christ. And you have Jesus, but you don't have Jesus in this world. You have Jehovah's in this world. And so, so when I go away, you don't have me. And maybe you don't want me, but you do need me. And when I go away, I still have me. And I'm your direct connection to God. I'm the one that knows the plan. I'm the one that knows what's going on down here. I'm the one that knows what God's actually going to do about everything. I mean, you guys have faith and belief, and some of you. And so you're like, well, I believe God's going to save us. But you don't know how, and I do. For over a year now, I don't even know how long, I've been writing the story of the new earth, the plan on how God's going to do all this, and I know how she's going to do all this. You don't have that. I'm going to a church right now, and they don't have this. They don't have what I have. They don't know. I mean, and they don't know who I am, of course, and I do. I know Satina. I have Satina. Wherever I go, no matter what happens, I have Satina. No matter what happens, I have the direct connection. So I've got a bunch of books, and I've got my journal, and I have my old journals, because reading over my old journals is always really helpful, because I start out whining, and then I end up, praising, just like the Psalms. Psalms are my diary. The Bible is my story. Poisoned by the Antichrist, but it's my story. The Bible is my story. So I hold that little book, and I live in this bizarre world where I'm holding my previous diaries. And like I said on Twitter, I finally do have someone who knows what it's like to be me. Me. In the Bible. All those different lifetimes that I lived working on this mission and preparing for this part of the mission, leaving all those messages behind for me and for everyone else. That's somebody who knows what it's like to be me. David knows what it's like to be me. King David knows what it's like to be me. Jesus obviously knows what it's like to be me. And he's the only one that knows what it's like to be me. But he does, and he's in there. That's my friend. My friend is me. My friend is Jesus in the Bible, and David in the Bible, and other, Joseph in the Bible. His brothers sold him into slavery. Then he ended up king, ruler of all, and saving all. So he knows what I feel like. He knows what it's like to be me. And there's no other reality to hold on to. So even though this one is, something straight out of a sci-fi movie or something, it's still better than any other one that I would ever want to try to hold on to. This one everybody else is having to live in. No, no, I will choose my delusion any day. And that's the thing, is that, so what? Call me crazy, call me deluded. I am never gonna, ever. Why would I choose your brand of sanity? It's just, no. So, I will walk around in my crazy little world where I am Jesus Christ, and where I read the Bible in order to be with people who know what it's like to be me. And I'll check out this new church and be with believers. They don't know their God yet, but still, it's sometimes, living where I live and having nobody, I forget that there are believers. I forget there's anything but persecutors. And so it's good to remind myself, even if I can't tell them who I am and be with them and even become friends with them, I can be around them and they can confirm for me that good people are out there. I mean, my family are wonderful, good people, wonderful, enormous hearts. Just, it isn't, it's not their fault. But believers, just people who are sort of living in the same world, who actually cope with life the way that I do. They actually do turn to Christ rather than to candy and public approval. And I'm also working on being able to listen to the gospel stations without becoming brokenhearted and angry. I've got to get over that. I ran into a verse in the Bible yesterday in the Psalm. I think it was in the Psalms, because I think I read the book of Revelation and I read lots of Psalms, but I don't remember where it was. But anyway, it was saying, let those who are doing evil continue doing evil. Let those who are lying continue lying. God will judge them. The time of judgment is coming. So I know that's Talia talking to me about these DJs, and I knew that, when they started assing out, I figured it out right away. I'm not here to change them. I'm not here to stop them. That wasn't the point. The point is that they are illustrating how bad it's gotten down here, and that Satan owns the gospel stations. But I'm not supposed to actually contact them, because they're supposed to allow me to put their rebuking right over Twitter live into the new Bible. What an amazing thing. My rebuking of them goes right into the new Bible. It's right over Twitter because they're ignoring me. If they weren't ignoring me, it'd be a completely different story. Completely different story, which would probably just be, I don't want... I want what you want, Lord, and nothing less. It's perfect. It's so perfect that they ignore me, because then I can rebuke at will. I can just rebuke and rebuke and rebuke, and nobody knows who I am, and nobody pays me any attention. I get to say exactly what needs to be said. So that's what they exist for. They exist to show everyone how much they need me. Just like Trump exists to show everyone how much you need me. So I can't let these gifts from Talia get me down, because that's just demon bullshit. That's the lies. It's the demons in my head. And so the world is being deprived of me today. And I've gotten cues to step away before, too. And so I hate it. I don't only hate it for me, I hate it for you. Because when I look at anything else, anywhere, any newspaper, any website, anything, it's all hell. It's just hell. It's pure hell. I don't know what you guys are looking at when you're not looking at me, because there's nothing else to look at. And now there's nothing else to listen to. So when this happens, I feel for you. You're deprived of me, and even if you're over there going, hey, go away, we don't even want you, you need me. You have nothing when you have no me. You have nothing. And I still have me. I still have the plan. I still have God in my head. God's in my head. It's fucking overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like the whole, like the universe is in my head, or like there's this cosmic portal, and I feel like I'm gonna dissolve into it and not be physical anymore. And wouldn't that be great that I could just leave? But no, I have to contain the cosmos in my head. I have to walk around in this fucking little flesh body. Calm down. I have to walk around in this little flesh body with the cosmos in my head. And I don't want God to get out of my head, of course. I want God there. Stay there, God. Stay in my head. Point is, I've got God in my head, and most of you don't. And even if you do, you've got free will. I remember when Shannon was considering, years ago, we considered the fact that maybe I had none. And she was so angry and scared, and she was like, oh, free will is everything, control is everything, being able to control my own life, that's everything, it's everything. And she just flipped out. Of course, that was Jezebel. We didn't know anything about that at the time, but Jezebel flipped out at the thought of having no free will. I flip out at the thought of having it. What a fucking... You just don't even know. It's a curse down here. It's like poison in your veins. You cannot avoid evil. As a human, you cannot avoid it down here, because this is a hell-fucked rock where the demons just fill your head with evil every minute of every day. And so you are constantly being tempted to go astray. I'm constantly being tempted. I'm constantly having the horrible thoughts in my head and all that shit. I just can't actually act on them. Excuse me. You can, and you do. So I don't want free will. Thank you that I don't have it, and I can't fuck up. I can't fuck up. Satina, you can't fuck up. You can't fuck up. They can take away the internet, and you can't fuck up. Nothing's wrong. See, it is not the way you want it, you think. You think you want it, but do I? I mean, the sun is sort of out, and I get to try a church, and I'm probably going to have a really good day. I just have to get all this shit out of my head, because it's not mine. So, I think that this is a situation I don't want, of course, not having the internet, but nothing's wrong. Nothing's ever wrong. Because Talia wrote it, and I'm just walking out the story, and I can't mess up, I can't take a misstep, I can't go wrong. And I have me. And you guys don't. When I step away, I may feel completely alone and lonely and overwhelmed with being Armageddon Christ. But when I step away, you guys don't have Armageddon Christ. You don't have me. There's no clear source of me anywhere now. Except my kids' music, which is getting harder and harder to access. I don't see how you could possibly resist for this long, Anthony, looking at the world screaming the way it is, and looking at how badly God needs you. How essential you are to the plan. But I I'm not dealing with Anthony when I'm dealing with your resistance and rebellion against me. I'm dealing with the Antichrist, and I don't know how much of a hold the Antichrist has had on you. So I don't know if you're over there missing me, longing for me, or if you're just not over there and you're looking, I guess, to the Christ in the Bible is the one that you've been looking to all this time. And I'm in there, so that's fine. I don't know how you do it if that's what you're doing. And if you did it for a while, I don't know how you did it for a while, and I don't know how you guys do any of it, because it doesn't happen to me. I don't fight God. I fight myself, so I guess in that way I do fight God. Because I do fight myself, because my head gets full of shit. So I fight God in that way, but I don't fight God's will. And I don't know. I don't look and not see. I don't understand. I don't really understand. Doesn't matter. I need to move on and go to church. It's time for me to go check this church out, so I'm going to go do that. All right.